Gregory showing the way, right? Got married and he became proud parent of two girls in Japan, and his youngest, Gregory, was born in Jamaica when they returned. Gregory is multi-talented and multilingual, so much better than me right here. He's a voice actor, he's a musician, he's a teacher, and an entrepreneur. He's the founder of Life Academy, a knowledge and information agency, which he runs with his wife, Jamila. Through this agency, one can learn anything at any age or any stage. So that obviously includes Japanese. I probably need to go to Life Academy to self-brush up on the Japanese and other languages as well. But also spans ethics trading and floral arrangement. Gregory, you're busy. It was founded in so at this time, we want to welcome to the stage Gregory Gordon, who is going to give us an item for entertainment.
Thank you. I get it warm, cooler, man. Welcome, everybody. My name is Godogori, and so when I was in Japan teaching at the Hochien and the Yochien, the kids had a bit of a challenge trying to pronounce my name. Godogori is pretty tricky, so they used to call me Godogori Sensei. So yeah, so really cute, right? Godogori, right? I'm gonna tell you a few stories, right? Is that okay? And actually, one of the things that I loved about Japan was the fact that it expanded my mind. I started to look at letters differently, and I realized that I didn't even know the alphabet. I didn't realize that the letter A was upside down, and it came from the Hebrew word Aleph. Did you know that? Yeah. So, and did you know that Japanese language is a Semitic language? Did you know that the hiragana is very close to the Hebraic writing? Japan opened my mind in so many ways. And I'm trying to do two things at once, and my wife isn't here today, so she's gonna be like, yo, Gregory, do your thing. But if my wife were also here, she would know that I hate the word entertainment. Yeah, because entertain means to hold, and meant means the mind. And we're not holding up on nobody mind today. Right? We're going to free the mind. Alright? Freedom. Alright, so talking about freedom, and I know we have some potential SEAs here. I see some youth in the house, right? And my senpai, Sean Senpai, who led the way for so many of us, give him a big hand, guys. So Sean Senpai, he set a standard when he went, a high standard, that anybody who heard the word Jamaica and Jet, you'd open up, you want them there. And then I got the chance to follow what he did, myself and my wife Jamila. And that's why so many of us are wanted in Japan, in a good way. Yeah? All right, so, story time. There was a particular, can you hear the piano back there?
Yes. Yeah.
There was a particular school that I would walk past. I taught at a high school. It was called Hidaka Koto Gakko. It was a nursing high school. And that nursing high school had only one male student. Scandalous. Every single time I'd go to school, the girls would scream out, Kakkoi! I didn't know what to do. I had a whole nation to represent. I had to carry myself in a dignified way. And thankfully I had my then fiance in Hiroshima, Jamila, and I would say, I have a fiance. So we met in Japanese class in Jamaica at the University of the West Indies. Yeah. And we had the most amazing Japanese teacher named Wake Sensei. Wake Sensei, Wake Sensei, big up Wake Sensei. I don't know if she's gonna hear this, but Wake Sensei is the one who opened up our minds, opened up our horizons to the possibilities and caused us to fly. And on that note, look up this song, I Will Fly, We Will Fly. It's on YouTube. It's a song I did with Touchery Prefecture. I'm not gonna do it live today, I can't do it live today, right? But I'm going to tell you another story. I would go past the road and the kids would come to me and they would say, Onisa, nene, doko kara kita no? Which means, bro, where you from? And they say, Africa? And I say, so Janai, no. They say, America? I say, America Janai. Minami Africa? I love you helping me to tell a story because it's true. They say every other region but Jamaica. And then they say, Jamaica? And then you know what they would say because they were really young? They say, Jagaimo. Which means potato. Jagaimo means potato. I said, yeah. Jamaica. Jagaimo. And you're laughing. And those were the moments, the sweet moments. Hanging out with the kids. Those are the joys. Those are the joys. Making friends. And every day I look forward to seeing them, and I learned a lot of songs with the kids. And when I would hang out with my kids at the high school, they taught me this song from SMAP. Tell me if you remember this one. Memory time.
I don't see conversations from being they're simple, but it's music.
Alright, so that one, it says Sekai Dake Hitotsuno Hana, right? Only one flower like you in the world. As the minister mentioned, kings and queens, that's who we are. And I had an opportunity to make music in Japan with my kids. One time, we were talking about skin color, Hada no Iro. And they said, Sensei, your tone is a little bit different from ours. I said, yeah, for real. Because we're the reflection of a great creator. And if you get this one, Hada no Iro, what? Yapa, Iro Iro. Hey, that's a pun right there. That's deep for those who got it. So the skin color, Hada no Iro, wa Yapa, Iro Iro. Iro means a variety. You can imagine a Jamaican punning like that. Wordplay in a Japanese. Yo! So just make it like a taste of that. I don't know, yellow, black and brown, and shido, kicking on wayama, Jinsei no melody. Kokoro no wayama, yellow, black and brown, and shido, kimi no wanana, Jinsei no melody. So, one of my favorites, Kotowasas, Proverbs in Japan. I have a pause for this one is Junin Toyo. 10 people, 10 colors. Can we say that one? Junin Toyo. 10 people,
10 people,
10 colors.
10 colors.
Alright. So sometimes I go home and I hear this song on the radio. two J's, the Jamaica J, the Japan J, and the 3J, you know, also the Jet J. So jet fuel. So seasons of life, I call this whole piece Tabi. Alright? Tabi means journey. So take this journey with me. I started to learn a lot about the culture. And so I go to karaoke. Kara means empty. Okay is short for orchestra. That's how you get the name karaoke. Empty orchestra. Who fills the orchestra? You, the singer. Okay? So I go to karaoke and I learn this one. Imahari kite, kiriwa, kirenata, kyonen yori zoto, kirenata. Memories, that's true. Yo, the nose for the go with things, you know. Kirenata means you got beautiful after the spring came. Alright, switch it up a little bit now. There were a few boys, rambunctious, full of life. And because of the declining population, which is a challenge for Japan, we both have challenges as a family. There was a huge school that I was blessed to serve in. And there were 2 whole classes, but only 6 boys in the entire grade 1, Sensei and Sensei. Beautiful facility, but no children present. Children are a gift, never forget that. But those boys and their teacher blessed me with some of the greatest gifts that I received in Japan. It was a conversation that went like this. So one day I come, as usual, Gregory Sensei, says one, Godogori Sensei, and they come and give me a big hug. And I saw them talking, and I said, you ask. No, you asking. No, you. I said, guys, what's up? The brave one, Yuki Good. He came across. Hey, Sensei. Can you imagine? He was his name. Right? And he says, Nene Sensei, Jamaica ni ofumadesu ka? The question is, Sensei, do you have baths in Jamaica? So, I knew where this was going. Because it was not the first time I had this conversation. The Japanese teacher looked perplexed, even worried, scared. She said, and I looked at her and I smiled. I got this. It's okay. These are children. We just don't know until we know. And I get the opportunity to make them know. And how am I going to make them know? This is what we did. We have baths in Jamaica. They went, hey! What this cousin said? It's like, and then I started to tell them about this thing called melanin. And then about an amazing creator who makes us all hues of man, making us human. I love Japan. It made me think in terms of etymology and roots of words. Humus is a root word of human. Humus is of the earth. And we all love people who are down to earth. Don't we know? Right? So, we are shades, hues of earth. Earth and clay, kings and queens. We are. But for a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, that doesn't make sense. Sensei. Sensei, that's too muzikashi. That's a little difficult. Right? I don't believe you. So, when you fly back to Jamaica, because they thought every day I flew back to Jamaica and came back to school to teach them. Right? So, when you fly back to Jamaica and you come back to teach us for class, How come you so dirty? I don't get it. What kind of nice? I looked across at the teacher because I knew only the adults in the room would feel uncomfortable. How we're socialized, how we're taught to hate each other, to be afraid of each other, and to be impatient with ourselves. I run an academy called Life Academy, and oftentimes I hear us as parents, I'm a first husband, because without my wife I have no children. Proud husband of my beautiful wife Jamila, and our 3 girls, Zuri, Ivy, and Megumi. And I often hear us say this, and let's end this trauma of saying, I don't have any patience for my child. In Corinthians it says, love is patient. So if I say I have no patience for my own, I'm saying I have no love for my own. And if that's the reality, we start there, but we have to do something about it. It's not something we just keep going and say, a teacher must deal with my child. We're the first parents. But I got to be an influence in their lives. I was like an original influencer. So guess what we did? Let's go and do an experiment. Right? So we went across and we went to the top. I could see the Japanese teacher was relaxing a little bit more. And she was a little bit more comfortable. And I said, we're going to do an experiment. Look at me wash my hands. So I got the soap, lathered up, and I washed my hands. 5 of the 6 went, sick. Which translates to, yo, yo. I can't find the words in front, right? But it was that kind of vibe, right? But one guy, he wasn't convinced. Sensei, chanto yatte nai kara. More money. Meaning, it's because you're not doing it properly. So you know what I did? I said, you are going to help me wash it off. And the man said, get ready, you know. Ready, you know. Come and rub it. And then slow down. And like it just. What a moment. What a moment. Enlightenment. Yes? That was one of my most beautiful moments, not just in Japan, but in my life. And guess what? Hearing the conversation after that, I knew it, you know. I knew it. Because every time you hug him, you smell good. You smell good. You always smell good. In your history. And finally, what they had been puzzling about amongst themselves came to light. You're like, this man is kind, but why wouldn't be it? Right? He smells good. But what? So that was a very powerful lesson to me. With patience, with kindness, we can kill bad mind. We can kill potential ignorance. And we can kill potential racism. So on that note, I want to leave us with this last song. So this one you won't hear before this and you can't hear it again because this is off the door, yeah? Yeah. So we give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for 60 years. Oh, Jamaica and Japan. Two J's. But we just added another one. And we gonna jet away. Oh, Jamaica. and Japan. We are the future together. Jamaica and Japan.
Oh, I like this
We like the way. Yeah. Jamaica, my Japan. Jamaica and Japan. Jamaica and Japan. Lighting the way. One more meditation. The present is now. Time is now, and now is present. The present is the gift. The present is now. The present is now. Always now. The present is now. The present is the gift. The present is now. Now is present. The present is now, and we jet away. Yeah. Never forget the present is now. Now is the present. The present is now. The present is now, and now is present. Ooh. The present is now, and now is the present. We sing here, Jamaica and Japan. To the word, yeah. Jamaica and Japan. To the word, one more time. Hey, Jamaica and Japan. Jet away. Go on.
I appreciate it.